Mullein, the magical plant that sets bones and alleviates coughs. Mullein is a common roadside weed that really stands out in a crowd. The large leaves feel like thick wool flannel. In its second year, the plant sprouts a stalk that can grow 6 to 8 feet high. Mullein has remained a favorite herb in European folk medicine for centuries, and was quickly adopted by Native Americans when it came to the New World. Today, it is primarily used as a cough remedy, but it has other medicinal uses that are often overlooked. Some were only recently discovered. Bone-deep cough. Mullein tea can be used for all types of coughs, but it is particularly suited for deep, dry coughs that cause pain in the chest. But mullein is much more than a cough remedy, according to Matthew Wood, a registered herbalist and author of several books on herbal medicine. In The Book of Herbal Wisdom, Wood recalls when he recommended mullein to a friend after she fell against a 2x4 and cracked a rib. Mullein illustration by American botanist Charles Frederick Millspaugh, 1892, public domain. The rib began irritating surrounding tissue, and she developed a nagging cough. Wood figured if mullein is used for coughs so strong they break a rib, maybe it can also be used to fix ribs that cause a cough. With nothing to lose, Wood's friend taped a mullein leaf over her rib, and by the morning it was back in place. A few days later, the pain and cough returned, but applying one more leaf fixed it for good. Related coverage. 15 natural remedies for back pain. Since then, herbalists around the world have been using mullein to set bones with great success. Wood mentions a chiropractor who was so intrigued by the idea, he wished he would break a rib so he could try it for himself. A few years later, his wish came true. He put a mullein leaf on, and the bone went back in place, Wood said. Then the chiropractor wanted to prove the treatment scientifically with a patient of his who was in a car accident. This patient's injury was even more complicated than his own because her ribs were jabbed into each other and would be harder to set. He gave her an X-ray, taped on a mullein leaf, and sent her home. He had her come back the next day and get another X-ray for free, and presto, the bone was back in place. Wood said he had his proof. He got to prove magic was real. Common mullein, Verbascum thapsus, public domain, doctrine of signatures. In addition to his mullein discovery, Wood is known in the herbal community for finding new indications for several other herbs. His insights come from a method called the doctrine of signatures. While it may seem more poetic than scientific, the doctrine of signatures has been used since antiquity by doctors and folk herbalists to understand what a plant is all about. The idea behind the doctrine of signatures is that a plant resembles the part of the body it can be used to treat. Those who learn to use it well can apply it to plants they've never seen before and still gain some understanding of its medicinal potential. Related coverage. Sweet root for female libido. The doctrine of signatures was really the leading light for me when I started, Wood said. I didn't really have any other ways of understanding plants really well, except maybe tradition and specific symptoms. If it was specific then I might be able to use it, but I really wouldn't understand how or why. With enough practice devoted to observing plants and people, the doctrine of signatures can be a profound method of pattern recognition connecting nature and disease. In the case of mullein's cough-curing ability,